Hello, Youth and Prominence Program on Rite TV. You're welcome. We are available on all social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. A program where we invite young people to come and inspire, motivate, encourage, and challenge young people. We are so privileged today at Rite TV Uganda Youth and Prominence Program. Our guests are amazing. It is Syson and Newton, an amazing couple, young couple. To me, I look at them like young brother and young sister, and they are here to inspire young people and to motivate you. You're welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Ajuna.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, so our guests are a lovely couple. You can see them, they are young, about 15, 20 years younger than me, but they are amazing people. So we are privileged and we believe they are going to bless us. They are Christians. They are called the sweethearts. We will get to know where those names come from, but I would like to welcome you. Welcome on the show.
Thank you, Sarah.
The opportunity is right in your hands. We would like you to introduce yourself to our viewers out there. Your audience are young people.
Thank you, Sarah. My name is Brian Newton Ajuna, and she's Syson Ajuna. We've been married so far for 8 years. Yes, 8 years.
Thought we were made.
Yes, we've been married for 8 years.
Yeah.
And we have 4 beautiful children.
Wow.
Yes, 4 beautiful children. So Sarah saying we are young, I don't know whether we are still young anymore.
You're very young. I've been married about 20 years. Surely
Yes,
I
so
am happy to host a couple which has been married for 8 years.
yes, so we are still counting. I will emphasize we are happily married.
Yeah.
Yes, and I will allow Sweetheart to add on more because she's the talker at home. Yeah, but yes, Sweetheart, you want to add on that?
Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, we are glad to be here on Youth and Prominence Program.
Right?
Yeah, thank you so much for thinking about us. We are so much happy to be here and inspire the young children, inspire the youth out there. We pray that our story, some people will be inspired.
They will be inspired, I have no doubt.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm called Syson Ajuna. Together we are the sweethearts. Like
Yep.
you've already said. He said we have 4 children, but I also want to emphasize that God has blessed us with 2 girls and 2 boys.
How do you do it?
That was my dream, and I really want to thank God that that dream has really come true.
Amazing.
Though, sweetheart, I think it's still counting. I don't know, but
No, he's counting the years. Don't be worried. He's more interested in the years.
okay. Yeah, but we are so happy in our marriage. We have really we are purposely working on our marriage to live a happy marriage, and it is actually very, very possible to live a happy marriage. Yeah, sweetheart, anything?
Yes, Sweetheart has talked about the working on our marriage. I must emphasize that anything good, one has to work on it. If you want to have a good life, if you want to have a successful education, if you want to have anything good, there is work that is involved in doing that. And our marriage, don't think we don't fight. We have fights just like any other people, but the key thing is that we have purpose to be happy, and we intend to be happy until God decides otherwise, but we intend to be happy, and I will say we are happy so far. We thank God for that. But the key decision we took in our lives is that We are married till death do us part, and we intend to be happy until that point in time. Yes, sweetheart.
Wow. Good things are worked for. That's one of my beginning take home today is the good things you see out there. People put in effort. Newton, where are you born? Would like to hear about your family. How did you grow up? You are educated. Oh, for you didn't go to primary school.
Thank you, Sarah. Newton is formerly from the Greater Bushenyi district, but when it was split up, I happen to now belong to Shema district. And that's where I grew up, at least for my first 24 years in life, I think. For my first 24 years in life, I was in Bushenyi, particularly in a place called Kabohe. Yes. And I studied from Nganwa Junior Primary School for my first 6 years in primary. Then I crossed to Kashozi Boarding Primary School. That was in my P7. And from there, I joined the famous Ntare School. So I'm a lion. Yes, and I was there for 6 years. That was from, I think, 99 up to 2004 when I completed Senior 6.
Wow.
And then for my university, I joined Chambogo University. But how did I end up in Chambogo? Because the intention was to study medicine. I had intended to do medicine at school. Yes.
I want to hear that bit.
So I had intended to go to Mbara University for my medicine, but God had other plans. And I was fortunate enough that in my Senior 6 vacation, I have an uncle who is a diplomat. He works with Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And at the time he was posted in Switzerland. So I was lucky enough that he took me for my entire 8 months of vacation.
Wow.
Yes, and in my time there, I interacted with technology. Because at Chambogo University I did a bachelor's in information technology and computing. But as I've already stated, my intention was to do medicine at university. That was my first choice. But when results came out, unfortunately or fortunately, I did not do as well as I expected in biology. So I was not given medicine, I was given information technology and computing at Chambogo.
And you had been exposed to it in back.
Now,
God is amazing.
everyone around me wished me to do medicine. My parents wanted me to do medicine. It was really a tough decision because everyone wanted me to do medicine. And but to cut the long story short, because of that exposure in my vacation, I made the decision to do Bachelor of Information Technology and Computing.
Wow.
Against the wishes of everyone. I must say to date my parents,
I'm a parent.
have never accepted it. Well, they have moved on, but they keep reminding me, we wanted you to be a doctor. We wanted you to be a doctor. But I must say, I made the decision and I have no regrets. And it has turned out so well. I want to think, in as much as my parents still lament about it, but it has turned out so well. Yes.
Oh my
So
God,
that is
that's
the bit
amazing.
about my education. I think I can hand over to Sweetheart.
Yes. I don't know if you talked about, when he came, he found they have already filled for him the forms at Bara University.
Yes,
Okay.
maybe I can talk about that story. Because my parents wanted me so much do medicine. In my absence, like I've said, I was in Switzerland for my vacation. So they even went ahead and filled for me for private sponsorship for medicine at Mbara University.
They were willing to pay.
Yes.
Yes.
So when I came back, they even organized sessions with some of my uncles to try to convince me to go for medicine. But I think that was not my calling. I think that's not what God wanted me to do. So I turned down that offer. I know it hurt my parents initially, but I think they have moved on since then. But that is my story.
Okay, somehow.
Wow, Newton. It was nice hearing that bit. Yes, Syson.
Okay.
We are mesmerized by his story.
Yeah, every time she shares with me that story, I just cry like, you are so bored.
Very.
Because I imagine if I was the one, I don't know what my parents would have done,
But the exposure in Switzerland just changed everything,
just
honestly.
Exactly.
And I think God purposed it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God purposed it.
I think it was God's will.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yes, I told you, my name is Syson, and I went to Waranyanji Junior boarding primary school.
Now I'm hearing that.
Yeah.
Where you take it?
Maybe I forgot Sarah to say that I also come from the Great. Was it also the Greater Bushenyi?
Yes.
Yeah, but now they split, so it's called Mitoma. I come from Mitoma district. Born to Mr. and Mrs. Ruganzia. I cannot forget to mention my parents because they have really. I'm who I am because of them, partly.
I know.
So
Largely.
I'm so proud of them. Yeah, they are my parents, and we are 9 children, 6 girls and 3 boys. So my school, yes.
Wow.
I'm inspiring actually. They motivate me to have more children. When I look at my siblings, I feel like I don't know, but
you enjoy them.
I'm enjoying them. I feel like I want
10.
to.
I also enjoy a big family, siblings.
So I'm happy. Yeah. So I started from Waranyanji Junior boarding primary school, my primary. Then I went to Waranyanji Girls.
Hey.
Yes. So
Border.
the Wairantale thing. Yeah. Yes, border. And my A-level, I did sciences, I did PEM, art, and basically, like Tata said, I wanted to be an engineer. And my parents really wanted me to be an engineer. And when the results came, I was not given on government sponsorship as the engineering course I wanted. So I was given education. First Bachelor of Science, Physics, Mathematics.
At MAST.
At MAST. And of course,
a very hectic course. I think it's the most hectic education program in Uganda.
Obviously. But by that time, I didn't realize it was that hard. And of course, my parents convinced me and I had to go for that course. But at first, I didn't say that I wanted to do that. But I said, okay, let me go for that. Let me try it out and see. But along the way, somehow, through counseling and all that, I love the course. And yes, I finished my bachelor's degree. Immediately, I think before my graduation, I enrolled for a master's program. I majored in physics. So I'm a physicist. Like Sarah said, it's a very hard course. Indeed, it is.
No, the master's program is very tight.
And when you specialize in physics, it's actually much more
tight.
Difficult. It is so tight. So, that's what I can say. Though I didn't finish my course, my master's program, I finished the first year of coursework and I was doing research. And it was at that point in my life that I met, sweetheart. And somehow, whatever happened somehow along the way, things changed somehow. And somehow I didn't finish that course, but maybe one time. For now, I haven't finished my research. And I'm still thinking about it. Yeah.
Wow. Destined by the families, one should be a doctor, the other should be an engineer. Beautiful people. The families have dreams for them. At the end of the program, we will find out, are they still successful? Syson didn't do engineering, she did physics. She actually excelled, and I think at some point I suspected she was heading into academia. Then she meets Newton. And the exposure Newton has in Switzerland, when I heard him talk about it, I felt like it was God's way of channeling him into another direction. Youth and Prominence program on Rite TV. Our guests are Syson and Newton Ajuna, the sweethearts. Scientists, once in a science class, forever a scientist. They will always be mathematicians, they will always be physicists, but they are our guests today. We are proud to have you. What would be your remarks to a student out there in VAC, deciding with the parents, pulling a rope, medicine, IT? Say something to them because they are out there and they are watching you.
Thank you, Sarah. And I will answer this question on two sides, because there is the student side and there is the parent side. Now that I'm a parent, I have dreams for my children. Yes, I have dreams for my children. I wish my child becomes this and that.
Yeah.
But I was also once a child. And as a child, I also had my dreams.
Yeah.
So the way I would answer this question is, when we are making career decisions, the parents are speaking from the experience side of things. The children are speaking from the dream side of things. Yes, you dream, you have dreams, but your parent has experience. So my thinking, my proposal in all this is that as a parent and child, first of all, parents, we must work hard so that we have some kind of relationship with these children. Because it all starts with a relationship. When you have a relationship with your children, you can freely talk about certain things. You can give your thought process why you want them to take up certain careers. And because of that relationship, probably they will listen to you. So my proposal, my suggestion is that when there is that pulling of ropes, it is key that you talk about those things. And as a parent, if where necessary, because sometimes you might not be able to convince a child about certain things, but you look out for people in those children's lives, because there are people around us, maybe uncles, friends, who have a relationship with our children. Probably they can advise more where you think you need to advise them, where you think you have failed. So as you're pulling those strings, the starting point is talk about it, and where need be, bring in some friends. You can bring in life coaches. Yeah, so that's what I can talk about that subject. But the key thing is that parent-child relationship. You should be able to talk about certain things, and many a time you will come up with an agreement. But where there is no agreement, again, I will say, yes, the parent has the experience, but it is the child's life. So where necessary, where you have failed to agree, try to listen to the child, why they think they should do a certain course or why they think they should take a certain direction, and be supportive. Don't hold a grudge about it. That's my thinking about it. Sweetheart?
Yeah.
In a minute, Sweetheart will also give us something to add on.
Okay, really, Sweetheart has said it almost all. But maybe what I want to say is that God always have our destiny.
Oh.
Yes. Like Sarah was sharing, I didn't want to do education. But right now that I'm a parent and I have children, I'm using my skills as a teacher. Like the whole of this COVID thing, the quarantines, the lockdowns, I've been able to teach my own children. You know, I could be able to buy the books, the whole syllabus, according to their classes, and I've been able to be there and teach them. You understand?
Headmistress at home.
Yeah. So that time, I didn't know. I was like, I don't want to go to class to teach. But right now, I'm using the skills. I'm being a teacher to my children. The training I went through, it has taught me to be a better parent, to be a better mother. The psychology I studied, that training,
growth and development.
The human growth and development, Sarah. I want to not say that I'm the best parent or what, but there is so much more I've done for my children, which I think someone who didn't study human growth and development, some of the things maybe wouldn't have known. But I'm so happy that I did education right now because it is really helping me, especially in my home. So to the parents, sometimes it's God knows whether a child decides to do something or if maybe let them follow their heart. They pray about it and let God speak to them. Let God give them the wisdom. On top of what Sweetheart has said, but let them also pray about it. And they listen what is God saying. And yeah, that's what I can.
Maybe just to supplement a little bit, Sweetheart has talked about the praying over it. Yes, it is key to pray over it. But to give comfort to everyone, life has taught me that first of all, there is no bad course.
Yeah.
Yes, we dream about certain courses, but certainly there is no bad course. It is what you make of that course that is actually important. So for everyone's comfort, every course is good as long as you make use of what you've studied.
Experience and dreams are going to meet in prayer. In prayer, God is going to lead our children in the destinies He has for them. Thank you so much, Syson and Newton. We are still with our guests, the Ajunas, the Sweethearts, and we'll take a short break and we'll hear from them after here. Thank you.